Pakistan seems to be having an identity crisis, kind of a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde syndrome. If the current version is Hyde, then Pakistan is trying to become Dr. Jekyll. Over the last few weeks, Pakistan is trying to claim the Indus Valley civilization, Sanskrit scholars and scientists, and its pre-Islamic heritage. Yeah, but there's a problem. The entire exercise goes against the very basis of the two-nation theory that Jinnah championed for carving out Pakistan from India. Pakistan never wanted to be tied to ancient Indian history and started its history lessons from Islamic invasions in the subcontinent. Pakistan tried to tie its history with the Arabs, Turks, and Central Asians and to the larger Islamic world. To put it bluntly, Pakistan is a modern construct that's born from 20th century's geopolitics of South Asia. It never wanted to be seen sharing or the matter be even remotely associated with India. But with the suspension of the Indus Waters Treaty, clearly there's an effort is on to claim the Indus legacy and Indic civilizational ethos, even to Vedic association. So, the question is Pakistan planning a narrative over Indus waters? The Pakistani leadership seems to be on a branding exercise, trying to co-opt Indian legacy and heritage that has been cherished across the world. And it could well prove to be a marketing gimmick, a whitewash from its known support to terrorists and terrorism. Unlike India, Pakistan cannot claim to be a civilizational state like, say, China, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Greece, or Italy. Pakistan's history is only 79 years old compared to India's 5,000 years civilizational history. That makes Pakistan's efforts a legacy theft, no less. There's no continued Indus or Vedic cultures left in Pakistan, as it is right here in India. And with 69 years of asserting Arab, Turkish, and Central Asian ancestry of medieval invaders of India, things don't sit well for a nuclear power in heavy debt when it comes to wearing the mask of a legacy which is India's. A quintessential Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde fight taking place by Hyde being the demon that mostly wins. We have Ravi Bhatt, historian. We have Sushil Pandey, historian, both joining us. Thank you, both of you gentlemen, for taking time out to be with us. Mr. Ravi Bhatt, let me begin by asking you a simple, straightforward question. This is a slam dunk, isn't it? It's laughable that Pakistan would even try something like this.
Well, I think that, as you very well said, the question, one can simply laugh at it because, as you have already said, the theory on which the Pakistan was created, the Pakistan started, the lobbying was done for the creating Pakistan was done on the basis of that we culturally we don't click. Culturally, we don't belong to this land. We belong to someone else. We belong to some other nations. I mean, our alliances with the other area of the globe, and that is the reason. On the basis of that, they had started creating narrative before the partition. And ultimately, they succeeded on that our culture, our upbringing, our ancient civilization is altogether different. And now just see, I mean, the irony of that and the political irony is that they have taken away a very important, the ancient cultural centers, roots of our that. Then it's very unfortunate. Pakistan has taken away. And after taking that, they are not trying to own it. This is ours, this is ours. And now, so what the hell? You have been doing it. Earlier you said we don't belong to this culture, we don't belong to this nation. And now you start owning the same culture, the same history, the same civilization. What it is all about. Even you don't need an historian for that. Even a 10th standard student can tell you this is a laughable, this is a foolish approach, this is absolutely nonsense approach.
Fair enough. Sushil Pandey, I want your initial thoughts as a historian on the matter.
Actually, this is the acceptance of history. This is the acceptance of truth. And Pakistani peoples also know that the father of Pakistan, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, he was also Hindu, and later he accepted Islam. So I think this is the acceptance of truth. Some time ago, a Pakistani minister also claimed that in ancient and medieval India, we are Hindus and we are converted Muslims. I think this is a new narrative by Pakistan, and this is acceptance of real history.
And fact of the matter is that there will be others willing to offer support for Pakistan's version. Mr. Ravi Bhatt.
Come again?
I mean, do you think there will be others willing to offer support for Pakistan's claim?
Well, I think only those diplomats, only those foreign people will like to side with them who does not have a sense of logic. Otherwise, any person in senses will never do that.
And Sushil Pandey, but the fact of the matter is that, everybody knows why this is happening. It is all because of the Indus Waters Treaty, isn't it?
Yes, yes, this is reality. But this is a historical problem, and this is problem of identity. Pakistani people know their own history and their real history. So now they are trying to accept this fact.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead, Mr. Ravi Bhatt. Mr. Ravi Bhatt,
I'll
please
give
go
an
ahead.
example.
Okay.
I'll simply want to give an example. The national language of Pakistan is what? Urdu, right? And Urdu's grammar is what? It is a grammar of Hindi language.
Yes.
It is the grammar of the Hindi language, the basic language in which they are trying to create the narration. The language in which they are trying to talk, the lobby people. That the grammar of that is a Hindi grammar. And it's a mix of Arabic words, Persian words, Turkish words, and the major number of words, they are from the Hindi. They cannot speak, the Urdu itself is a Turkish word. That means cantonment, Shamni. So, just imagine it. It's a very childish approach of the Pakistan. It's a very childish narration of Pakistan when they talk on these lines. In fact, they are exposing themselves, as Mr. Pandey has already said. They are exposing themselves. They are accepting it, and at the same time, they are exposing themselves.
The other way of looking at it is also that Sushil Pandey, that they've actually got Western diplomatic missions to come and visit some of these historical sites in Pakistan to build this narrative, and it's meant to serve multi-purpose. That one is that they build soft power and assert their narrative over the Indus waters per se.
Yeah, This is the reality. But what is the reality of Pakistan? Pakistani peoples are not Turkish Muslim. They are not Arab peoples. They are pure Indian nationalists, like Baluchs, Punjabi, and Sindhis. So how they can change their history?
They change victory, but then there's information the Australian High Commissioner to Pakistan, Timothy Kane, visited Taxila on the 19th of June. There has been, and then there's Australian and British diplomatic missions as well, Mr. Ravi Bhatt.
So where is the Islamic origin? Let's talk about the Taxila. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. What their moves are simply, endorsing the theory of India. In fact, tell me give me a very simple, the origin of the Taxila, association of Taxila with Islam. How come Taxila is associated with Islam? No, it's not. So what it proves? Go to Taxila, find out the history of Taxila. It has nothing to do with Islam. So that means that's Indian civilization. What has happened? A good number of Hindus converted to Islam, and they have taken a cover of Arabics that we are Muslims. Now, when it comes to their roots, they're anchorless. They do not know where to find the roots. So they are trying to take our roots and trying to claim that that's our civilization. How can it be their civilization? You don't need scholars for finding it out. It's even a 10th standard student, 12th student, they can simply tell you the facts and figures.
Sushil Pandey, one is that they've got this the Australian Commissioner and the British Commissioner as well to come and visit the sites in Pakistan. One way is that one purpose of this is that to raise funding per se, for Pakistani government, some of which will probably be spent on the preservation of these historic sites. A lot of it will go to the kitty of the Pakistani treasury over there, isn't it?
Exactly. This is the actual issue. They want fund and they want their own identity. So they presenting their culture like this. This is the actual problem. Yes.
Okay. Mr. Ravi Bhatt, it's not just about this. It's also about the fact that Sanskrit language classes are starting. That suddenly they are claiming that Sanskrit heritage. The language classes have begun in Pakistani universities.
Oh, that's good. That's good for us. Pani, the English language is a funny language when it comes to the Indian culture. Like, do you call yoga? It is not yoga, it is yoga. It is not Himalaya, it is Himalaya. So the same is Panin was a Sanskrit scholar 500 years before Common Era. He was from a place from near Takshila only. He had standardized the grammar, right? And Panin has started writing in which language? He had studied the grammar of Sanskrit, right? Now the Panin was, you can say that this scholar, Sanskrit language is which language? It is Indo-Aryan language. It comes the Indo-European family. It comes from this language, right? And what Sanskrit, is there any remain of the Sanskrit in Pakistan now? Are they using Sanskrit anywhere? We Indians are using Sanskrit language still. We have the Sanskrit universities. We have the Sanskrit classes. Now simply, if today I starting teaching French in my universities and I start claiming that our roots are in France, will anyone believe it? No one is going to believe that. The same when Pakistan is teaching Sanskrit and not using any kind of a Sanskrit language in their day-to-day life, official or even cultural activities, then who's going to believe them?
Well, some are already believing them. They from their end, the question that's also being asked is that India is essentially a name that came from one of the rivers in Pakistan called Indus. That's their argument, Sushil Pandey.
Yes, please.
I'm saying, it is laughable. They say that, the Pakistanis say that, India is the one. Sanskrit died 600 years before the term India came about, and the term India came about only from a river in Pakistan called Indus.
Yes, because Pakistan was also part of India, and most part of Afghanistan was also part of India. So our history is common, and I think Pakistan will accept this reality that they were Hindus and later this is the real history and this is the truth.
Mr. Ravi Bhatt, it all goes back to then what does India do? Because you can't just stay silent and allow Pakistan to continue with this narrative.
See, the only thing, India can play very coolly. The only thing Indian foreign mission should do is simply keep on releasing different statements that how come the Sanskrit, how come the Takshila, how come the, the Panin, they all belong to this India's, the culture and civilization, which India is not only claiming, but we are proud of it. You see our TV channels any day, any channel you see channel, at least 3 or 4 times, we keep on talking about the same ancient culture, the same Indian civilization, talking about the same Indian sense. So what? You see day-to-day TV channels and see their TV channel, do they ever talk about this? Except this, did they ever talk about the ancient Indian civilization, or let them call the Pakistan civilization, which they are not trying to claim? Did they ever talk on their media ever? Any of their rulers they have talked in 79 years? They have never talked about it. That's good enough. Now it's the responsibility of our foreign missions to take care of it and simply keep showing the facts to the foreign dignitaries, foreign authorities, foreign rulers, foreign bureaucracy. And to the common people also, apart from the rulers. Because rulers of foreign countries, They have the political compulsion to side with Pakistan at times because that's in the war and peace. The logic doesn't work. It's a simply your selfish interest. They work. They take the rest of the things. The truth take the back seat. But if you talk to the common people, you just keep spreading the message among the common people. That will help us a lot. Their rulers won't be able to do that. How can they say? See, we have, when we talk the Indus civilization, now we have worked on it. Now I feel I'm so aggrieved. I so feel so bad about it. The kind of what they had done in 79 years. Did they preserve that? If they claim that is their civilization in 79 years, except those sites which had been declared UNESCO heritage site. They had been, because they have been funded by UNESCO also. So that is where somehow they maintained. But rest of the sites, did they maintain? They didn't maintain. Even Indus Valley civilization sites, which about 406 sites are in Pakistan, right? Except 10, 15 sites, they have not maintained those sites. We have done it. They didn't do it.
Okay. Fair enough. We'll have to leave it at that. Completely out of time here on the conversation. Mr. Ravi Bhatt and Sushil Pandey, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here on News 9.